I am not really sure where I'm putting my phone for this live chat, and I also recently got back from the gym, so vibes. Still have my gym clothes on. It's fine. Didn't even brush my hair, just took it out of the scrunchie. But I thought a live chat could be fun. I feel like I haven't done a YouTube live in a hot minute, so I just thought it would be a good time. Kind of wish I would have done this on my couch though, because I sit on this chair a bit too much. But hello everyone. I hope that you were doing well on this Saturday. I sometimes tend to forget that now being on Pacific time is so much earlier than everybody else. And I was in the gym and I was like, oh, maybe I'll do this live chat today. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll like do this and that and this and that and then run here and run there and then do it. And I was like, that's gonna be like midnight some people's time. So then I was like, well, 3 will just have to work and I'm just gonna come on completely barefaced just off of the gym. So that's fine. Everything's fine. Hi everyone. How are you doing? Hello. Aries is here. Oh, well, okay, I couldn't have planned that better. I was gonna move the camera to show you, but there you are. I'm sitting on my like bar stool chair thing that I film my regular videos on, and Aries is sitting on my like actual desk chair that I sit at my desk at. So we're next to each other. She's just very confused why she can't sit on my chair with me because it's, tiny. So, how you doing, girl? Oh, you excited to be live? You tell me about your day? We did some laundry. Yeah. It's super, super windy in Las Vegas, so I'm so bummed about that because it's really hard to like go for like a decent W is what I'll say. But it's such a bummer too because I think it was Thursday of this week. It was like 80 degrees and it was so nice. We went for 3 different W's that day. And then today it's so windy. The high was only like 53. I'm like, okay, can we just have like consistent weather? That would be great because it keeps flip-flopping back so much. It's just I love seeing where everyone is from. Hi everyone. I just thought that I would pop on for a live because I was actually hoping to film a second video yesterday. So yesterday I filmed for tomorrow's video, which I'm editing right now, which is going to be ranking all of the eyeshadow palettes that I tried in February. And then I was like, oh, after that gets done, I'll film a video and talk about like the Makeup Geek closing down. Also, like I saw that Elf Cosmetics is raising their prices, so that was like a thing, and just some other like makeup news type of stuff. So I thought maybe that could be like an interesting video. And then I had my nail appointment, which where am I? I really like how my nails turned out, if you can see them. I just did like designs on 2 of them there. So yeah, I had to go to my nail appointment and then pick Aries up, and then it was like 6 o'clock at night. It was super dark. I was like, So I was like, well, maybe just a live chat. We can still like talk about it, but we'll just do it in the live format. I've been thinking about doing some live chats more. I do them not like super consistently on Instagram, but I'm definitely better about Instagram. And I want to do it for YouTube also, but I was considering too because we're putting the final touches on March Madness, which I do every year in March, which is a game. I have people fill out a form and I do different makeup categories and I start off with 4 products in each, and then each month or each week everyone votes on the products that they want to see go up to the next round, and then there's a final round where I do a full face. But I was actually thinking of doing those as a live, maybe on Saturdays or something like that, but doing those as a live first and then maybe just like chatting for like the second half of the video or something like that. So I don't know, I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit more live chats, just having fun. Oh, hi, Emily. I wasn't sure if you could pop on because I know it's got to be so late your time. Oh, it's Sunday morning in Australia. I'm meant to be doing housework. Tamara says, March Madness, I lose miserably in Sam's version every year. That's funny. I think last year, okay, was it last year that like 7 people got them all right? Or maybe it was the year before. I can't remember for sure, but one year it was like 7 people or 5 people or something like that got every single one right. Because that's hard, it's you don't know how people are going to be voting for everything. So yeah, I'm excited for those. So it's going to be next week that we're going to start March Madness. You're still trying to get in my lap. Yeah, we can't just be next to each other. That's not good enough. That's not good enough for you. Next week we'll start March Madness. My skin is looking so good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ooh, windy in Kentucky also. Yeah, this wind. I'm like, man, I'm over this winter face. Her face. You didn't get one right last year. I fill out, and I remember last year for sure. Okay, 2021, there was only one person who got them all. Okay, so that would have been last year. And I want to say, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember where she lived now, like Switzerland or shoot, I just remembered I was Marco Poloing Angie and I wanted to ask her a question and I forgot. And now I said Switzerland and it reminded me, even though she's from Sweden. Shoot, I knew even at the end, I was like, I think there was something else I wanted to tell you. I couldn't think of it. Now I just did. Dang it. She lived oh my gosh, I have like Switzerland in my head. I have Croatia in my head, but I do a lot of different giveaways and I'm always shipping to like, I remember one time I shipped a package to Jamaica and I went to the post office. This was still in Iowa. I went to the post office and he was like doing everything for me. And then he was like, it was like $97 to ship like a small package. Philippines, says Emily. Yes, that sounds right. The Philippines. And it was like $97 to ship this small box. And he goes, do you still want to do it? I was like, well, yeah. It's very expensive. Shipping is so expensive. My friend Christy runs this candle company, which I'm going to be very careful because it's kind of hot. She runs this candle company that I have one going right now called Sun Dipped Candles, Sun Dipped Co. And she posted the other day about how like shipping prices are so outrageous. And she made a comment basically saying something like, it's like trying to force small businesses out because we can't, it's so expensive, especially if you do offer free shipping. Like I offered free shipping when I first launched by Samantha March on any product. I mean, my accountant was like, don't do that. And I was like, I'm going to do that. And he was like, don't do that. Because if someone just ordered, say like a notepad, by the time I paid the $8 shipping and then factored in the cost of what the notepad cost plus what it costs to ship the notepad to me plus everything else that goes into the business, it's a loss. So my accountant was like, don't do that. And I was like, going to. So, but I did change it to now it's orders over 50 because otherwise my business would not make a profit and that wouldn't be able to continue. So yeah, but it's tough. It is tough with the shipping prices out there. It's crazy. Yeah, I do giveaways on Instagram. I try to fit everything in the medium-sized priority boxes because it's the most I'll spend. It's $89 for international. Yeah, it is no joke. It really is no joke, the shipping prices these days. But, it's all good. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Wow. Hi, girl. How are you doing? Okay, let me take a drink of water. I did like arms today, like arms and chest, but I've been finishing off my workouts just the last 2 days with a Stairmaster routine that I've been seeing going all over TikTok everywhere. That is so hard. I don't know. I'm not really like a big Stairmaster type of girl. And so when I saw these workouts and it was like, do 1 minute at level 7 and 1 minute level 8, I was like, okay. And then I was on like minute 3 and I was like, I am dying. Like I was sweating. So yeah, I feel like I'm still not back to normal yet because that workout was hard. Thank you. You got me. But yeah, okay. So I always try to like wait a little bit before I get into the like meat of what I'm talking about, just to give people time to get in here and such. Does Aries love ice? My dog would be freaking out over ice water. Oh, she does like ice. Like sometimes I'll give her an ice cube like as a T word. Don't you? You like ice? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I thought we could talk about Makeup Geek first, Makeup Geek closing, because that was just, I, I made a TikTok about it. TikTok is nice because it's like, it's so, you can just make things so fast and whatnot. So I hopped over there when I saw the news, and what I had said was, I guess I'm not completely surprised, but I'm bummed about it. Obviously I'm not pleased about it, even if it was a brand that I didn't buy from or whatever. There's so much more that goes into. I think about people's jobs. I think about what other people are now losing. I definitely think about Marlena and just everything that she has gone through with Makeup Geek, and it just it it's just disappointing. Like, it's just so sad to me. So while I can't say I'm like super shocked, because we've been seeing this, we've been seeing other companies that just can't keep going. Whether COVID obviously changed so much for businesses and the way things are run and just the way things are done in general. And I know that Marlena has, like, she had other projects that she was working on too, but I still was kind of surprised, because I know I saw someone mention that they were in Target, and I feel like that wasn't that long ago that they announced that they were going into Target, and it's like, wow, that's such a huge thing. And I saw them; they were at my Target in Iowa. I saw Makeup Geek there, and so at the same time, I'm like, wow, I am kind of I am still a little bit surprised that it's happening. Marlena Makeup Geek feels like what started so many things in the beauty community. She helped so many. Yes, Tracy, I agree with that. Britt Clark was devastated. I mean, she finally got an affiliate and was the only person that ever talked about Makeup Geek. Oh no, I saw Britt make a TikTok, and she was super, super bummed about it also. And it's just, at first, I'm going to read some more comments. I think that people just weren't interested in single shadows anymore and just wanted palettes. Palettes are big. Yeah, I know a lot of people really do enjoy eyeshadow palettes, because I see like my own palette videos that do, so well over other videos. Laura said, I've never tried Makeup Geek. I'm debating about whether to get something now before they shut down. They are having a 40% off sale on their website right now. I wonder if Target was taking a huge chunk, like bigger than they could handle. Definitely, could be a possibility. When I think about like brands going into Target and Ulta, there's so much more that goes into it. And I just did the video on like brands I want to see like come into Ulta. And to me, that video is just like a fun video. I'm not really going into the logistics of it, because like, it's just supposed to be fun, right? Like a fun, chill video. Like, oh, I would love to see this brand in Ulta or Sephora. But there's a lot more. Oh, okay. I'm not skilled at the live chats yet. There's so much more that goes into it. And I learned just this much. I learned that much when I worked with Over Cosmetics, and my own collaboration with them went into Ulta Beauty. And I was learning what it takes for a brand to get into Ulta Beauty, what they have to provide, what their back end looks like, how they decide if they're getting shelf space in store, if they're only going online. Like, I learned the tiniest little bit, and it is a lot, and it's why you don't see a lot, because I mentioned in the video like Kaleidos, Glamlight. It's why you don't see a lot of the smaller indie brands being able to go in, because yes, it would be great exposure for them, and yes, hopefully they would reach more of an audience and have just more consumers in that way, but it is a lot on the brand, and some of these smaller brands simply cannot afford it or can't keep up with that type of inventory that the bigger retailers expect from them to be able to provide. So it's a lot. So in that video, I think maybe I said it at one point. If I didn't, I said it in my head, but it's it's just supposed to be fun. It's not like super serious or anything like that, because the actual logistics of a brand going into a bigger retailer is a lot. Let's see. Manny MUA was at Sephora for a while. He said it was too expensive. Yeah. It just, It is. Could I do a video about that? I could sure try. I wish maybe I could ask around and get more facts because I know just like I said, I know just like a teeny tiny little bit. But I think that it would be interesting. And again, I don't know like what all people could say, or people associated with brands or with retailers. I don't know what all they could say, if there's anything that's more like on the hush hush side of things. I'm not sure. Like, I'm sure they want to give like probably like exact numbers or anything like that. But oh, Manny said straight up that Sephora takes 65%. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't wow, that's a lot. I figured it would be a lot, but I'm still like, my mind just kind of went, whoa. Uh, huh. Yeah, that's a lot. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna take I mean, it's just water, but like, if I was editing my video, I'd do the slow zoom in. Even Farsali backed out of Sephora, I think for the same reason. Ulta typically takes a lower cut. Dominique Cosmetics was in Ulta and in Sephora. They're neither now. That doesn't shock me, especially for. I'm going to try to word this the way that I'm meaning for it to come out. Sometimes with influencer brands, how am I trying to say this? It can almost be a little bit tougher because sometimes our audience, our consumers, our customers are people who know us as influencers. And I'm speaking that of myself. I don't run a makeup brand, but I have my own brand. The majority of my consumers are people who follow me on some sort of platform. So it's amazing for like Manny and Chris and Dominique, Jacqueline Hill being at Ulta, like that is crazy huge exposure for them to be able to get into those retailers. It's amazing. But sometimes I wonder if like maybe it's a little bit harder to keep up with it. I don't know. And I genuinely, I don't mean that in any sort of like rude way, but it's something that I think about myself with my own business too. Like, I just wonder how they could keep up with the percentages that a big retailer would take. I don't know, man, that's tough. Because, I think about my own goals, my own vision, what I have on my vision board, what I think about long-term goals. And it's like, oh my gosh, could you imagine being able to go into like a Target? Like I think of Blogilates, who I followed a lot of her workouts for a while. When she had a line in Target, my first thought was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited for her. Like, this is huge. This is amazing. This is crazy. This is wild. This is, so epic, blah, blah, blah. And then now when you actually kind of learn a little bit more, all I can think is like, wow, like what is she having to give up? Like, is it all able to be her vision or not? How much percentage does she have to give up? Like, could she forever be able to be in Target? So that's something that's like, oh, one day, like, wouldn't it be amazing if my planners could be sold in Target? Like, wow. But then at the same time, it's like, realistically, I just don't know if that would be able to be a thing. I don't know. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And I mean that in the best way. But Sue said, you're spot on, not rude, just realistic. And that's, I really tried to look at it from that sense. But so yeah, maybe going into Target was, super exciting and seemed like such a huge deal, but maybe it ended up not being so great. Could be. I felt like there was something else I was going to say on one of those points. Nope, lost it. I'll say a random word in 10 minutes and be like, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I tell you. Makeup Geek didn't do face products, but she did do a mascara a few years ago. It wasn't great. I don't think I tried the mascara. And that could be another thing too of, I thought I had it. Nope, thought I had it, lost it. Could be another thing too of maybe not, unfortunately it seems like right now and the way the beauty space is, it kind of is like, you have to produce and you have to produce and you have to produce. And you look at Colourpop, and I know, like, I'm someone who's always like, Colourpop releases so much, but they're obviously doing something right. I mean, they really are. Like, they're clearly something is working for them. And even I catch myself saying sometimes, like, oh, this brand is releasing something. I haven't talked about them for so long. I've almost forgotten about them. And it's like, their last release was 3 months ago. That's not that long. Like, now we've just kind of gotten used to this constant, like, barrage of products coming out, where if a brand's not constantly releasing, we're like, oh, yawn, I'm so tired. Oh, they just don't do anything. It's like it's such like a strange thing from even just a few years ago, how the industry kind of was. But yeah, that could be another thing too. Just not enough products, not enough new products. But it did seem like those single shadows, Darth Vader. It did seem like those single shadows were really staples for so many people, and you would still hear people talk about them and whatnot. Emily says our attention spans are so short now. If a brand doesn't keep getting back on our radar, we forget. I know, it's crazy. Like, I have to catch myself so many times being like, oh my gosh, Samantha, like, it wasn't that long ago for they released something. Like, it's wild. Janelle said her YouTube video said that she had an entire line of products to come after the shadows, but COVID happened a month later and they had to shut down. Rose says Makeup Geek didn't go with the trends that are current. I think that really hurt them, and not releasing anything new for a year. Yeah, because I remember when they came out with their came out with their, like, it was still single shadows, but you could buy them like in a palette, and I feel like that was one of the first things that they had released in a while. And it was like, so I was just like, yay, like, they're releasing something new. That's so exciting. Even though it wasn't technically that way. And I remember they were quite expensive. Yeah, the Matrix shadows. I remember them being like really expensive because I wanted to buy them. But it was so pricey. Janelle says, I love their Matrix shadows. The gradient is perfect. And that's great to hear. I wonder, well, yeah, I think the whole website is 40% off. So Erin says the thing with singles is people buy them once and don't really need to replace them. Oh, I feel you. Well, I just put it back in my bathroom because I'm trying to keep my office cleaner. But my video that I'm doing for tomorrow, where I rank all of I say eyeshadow palettes, but I also include singles. There's like Super Shocks in there and that sort of thing. But I have in my chopping block all of my single shadows. Happy birthday month. Thank you. I put all of my single shadows on my chopping block because I forgot about them. Like, I lost them in my move. I featured them in the video of like makeup I forgot about in my move, was all of my single shadows. So I have a small like magnetic palette, and then I have a larger one. I put those both in my bathroom because I'm that person that like needs to see things out, so I remember to use them. And I've been doing a good job. I used, I think 6 of my single shadows in February. I did 2 different looks with them, so I reviewed them for tomorrow's video, and I was doing like some swatches and stuff. But like, even my creme brulee shadow, I used that was in my first Makeup Geek order. So creme brulee has a huge dip in it. It's been in a project pan before. I put it in my project pan this last time around, so it's in there. So I'm really trying to get use out of it. It has a really big like dip in it, and I went to put my fingers in it because I swatched it for like some close-ups. So I'm like putting my finger in it, and then I was like, oh, do that some more. And I was like trying to see, and I still didn't hit pan in it. But it felt like I was getting really close, and I was like, oh, maybe just like 2 more swirls and we'll see. I still didn't hit pan. And I have had that shadow since 2016, 2017, maybe, something like that. So, I don't know. Samantha, you're cheating. I know I totally was. I was like, oh, maybe just like 2 more. It still didn't work though. Cheating got me nowhere. Cheating got me nowhere. Forgotten makeup all the time. It's like a surprise, right? Oh my gosh. I have to say though, oh my gosh, I I have memberships here on YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of the little areas of symbols next to people. Thank you so much. Like Michelle, thank you so much for being a member. Anyone that has a little Aries symbol next to them, that's the symbol that I have for members. Cheaters never prosper. Ain't that the truth? uh, and so each month I let my members choose what type of video that they want to see. So I first give them different categories. Do you want beauty, books? I do like lifestyle, around the home, fitness, fashion, like business inspiration, that sort of thing. And then from there, out of that category, okay, like all the like fun emojis. Oh my gosh, I had like the hardest time coming up with some of those emojis that Tracy just put in, like the cactus, the iced coffee. I remember trying to like come up with those. It was so hard. So this for February, they chose that they wanted to see me clean and organize. Oh, Lori, a member for 8 months. So exciting. I'm so glad you caught the live too. Hi, Lori. But they wanted me to clean and organize my makeup / inventory closet, which when I first moved in here, I was just shoving everything in there. And I also had to put Aries' large kennel in there. Like she has her regular kennel in my bedroom and she loves her kennel. Like when I leave, like that's where she wants to go in. But we also had what we called like her travel kennel. And that's actually what was in my car when we drove out here. Because it's not like the big like wire kennel. I don't know. If you've seen the video, you know what it looks like. Anyways, it's very large because Aries is a big dog. So that had to be in the corner because there was nowhere else in my apartment that I could put it. And so then things just kind of kept getting shoved in there and kept getting shoved in there. And then I started to stack things on top of the kennel even. And the beginning, when I was like so embarrassed to show the video. Oh, Tracy, you're so sweet. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Oh, I was so embarrassed filming the beginning, showing that closet. I mean, there was just boxes stacked on boxes, just like products everywhere. There was like a stack of shipping boxes over here, stuff piled on top of Aries kennel. I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing. But you really saw like a big improvement. And I didn't even get to the organizing part yet. I literally just did the cleaning part. And that took me so long. I didn't even get the video up. I think it was March 1st that the video went up. Typically, I would get it up in February. But it took me so long to try to clear everything out and make some sort of sense of what was happening in there. And then I was super grateful that one of my friends just got a storage unit, and he told him, because it was like a really big one. So a bunch of us were able to go put stuff in a storage unit, and I was like, can you fit Aries' kennel? So we were able to take her kennel out, which just opens the space so much more. But I will say, after doing that and actually like looking at my collection, I feel like I did really good on my declutters, because I did my declutter series last year. I feel like I did a good job because I thought I would be more overwhelmed. I still have a lot of makeup. Like I'm not trying to sit here to lie to you to say I have a minimal collection. That's false. But it's so much better than it could have been. And it really helped me not be as overwhelmed. And then I was saying in there, like, I still wasn't sure, should I get like the Alex 5 drawers or something like that? But I really don't even think that I need them. And so I'm still like going through all the comments and seeing what people were saying. So I was like, we're in this together now. Like now I'm just getting your feedback. Hey, Laura, a member for 15 months. I can't believe I've had memberships for that long. It's so crazy. Oh, Aries just let out a big sigh if you heard that. She's like, hello, don't forget about me. I am the original Sam Squad member. Good job, Aries. But it made me feel a lot better because I was like, okay, I feel like my makeup collection isn't as out of control as it used to be, but I just need to stay on top of my declutters for sure. I did see Emily ask what was worse for me, the cleaning of the closet or the cook with me video. You know, I said this on Instagram once. I was like, I haven't decided yet. Like the jury's still out. Like, oh, Robin, thanks, Robin. And then we got Kaylin, member for 14 months. Love being a part of the Sam Squad. Thank you. I have so much fun. I have so much fun doing these. I love doing the live Zooms though. The live Zooms are my like. I always get super stressed. I get stressed before doing a live. I get stressed before doing the Zoom. I also have a story about that. But I love doing the Zooms every month. We do a live chat. And it's just like so fun to actually be able to talk to people versus me. This is just me like talking at you. And I'm reading your comments, but that's like we're all together and we can talk and have combos. And it's so much fun. I love doing it. But I've said that I wasn't sure if the members actually like me because they've had me do a cook with me and I'm terrible at that. I'm learning, I'm improving. They had me clean my closet, like my bedroom closet, again from like when I moved, and I would just shove so much stuff in there, like, like I'll figure this out another time. And then it was like 6 months passed, and I was like, huh, maybe I should do something about this. But I was really, and then they had me clean and organize the closet. But it's nice. It's nice to be able to do those sort of things because it really is what motivates me. Because it's like, okay, I have to do this. This is what I need to do. And I was really, really happy with my closet. I actually organized everything. It was so clean. I put a little pink, like fuzzy rug in there. I was like, now it's just like a nice space. And then once you do that, you really do feel more energized to keep it clean, at least for a while. But it always makes me laugh when I see there's clean and organize your makeup closet. It literally had to become a part two because now I need to organize my makeup. But it just took me so long to be able to clean all of that. It was so funny. But yeah, I do live Zooms with my memberships. So I have a few different levels. So the first level, I do one members exclusive video every month. And that's where you get to vote on what it is that you want to see. And I just do the most voted on. And then the second and third levels do include the lives with me. So one month we just do like a regular live, like this past one we did like a Galentine's Day live chat and just like hung out. We talked about our like best and worst dates, things like that. And then every other month is a book club. So we do a live book club. We all read the same book and then we just have a book club discussion. So, and it's super fun. I love doing the book club. I've wanted to start a book club for so long. And it brings me so much joy. Especially, I remember one of the book club chats, one of the girls in there said that she wasn't really a big reader, and it really got her back into reading. And it made me so, like, that just made me so happy because I love reading so much. My Kindle is never far from me. Sometimes I post pictures of like my makeup in the bathroom or my food or something, and almost every time someone will comment back on Instagram and say, your Kindle is never far from you. Your Kindle is always in a shot. Your Kindle is always right there. And I'm like, I am always reading. I am always reading. Laura says, I'm starting the book club pick today. I'm so excited. Yes, our book club pick for March is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. My gosh, I'm like, why am I blanking? I love Simone St. James. So yeah, by Simone St. James. I'm really excited. Michelle said, would you consider doing the Zooms a little later? I know you have a lot of different time zones. Yeah, I feel like I actually wouldn't mind doing it later for me, but then it makes it really late for everyone else because I'm on PST. So I usually do 4, which is like 7 for some people, 8 for some people, and 9 for some other people. So it's so hard to find like a good time for everybody because we have US and we have international and but I could always bring that up in a Zoom too to see if there's a better time because I can really do whatever. But yeah, so I'll bring that up in the next Zoom chat. Laura says, I just finished The Broken Girls last week and it was really good. Yeah, Simone St. James, if you're looking for a good author, I definitely would recommend her. The Broken Girls is a favorite of mine. I really, really enjoyed The Sundown Motel, so I'm excited to get people's feedback on it this month. So, all right, so that's just a little bit about Makeup Geek. I just wanted to mention that and just kind of discuss and see what people were thinking. It's a bummer though, because it feels like, I how do I want to say this? It feels like, it almost feels like an end of an era, I guess, is what I would say. I see more indie brands closing with inflation. People just won't be able to buy as much. That's so very true. Uh, it's so very true, and it's even what I was just talking about with the shipping and with a small business. It's really very difficult, and then it's hard because, especially, I can speak from my experience running the small business. It's so expensive to be able to produce products, to ship them to you, and then if you offer any sort of like shipping deals, anything like that, you really don't make that much of a profit. And then at the same time, you have people out there that will leave comments saying that, like, you're trying to rip people off because your products are so expensive and all of that. But it's like, but are you the one running the reports, and are you looking at the cost per thing? And especially in the time that we're living in now, and prices are just constantly going up and going up and going up and going up. Like, everything is going up right now. I just had a discussion 30 minutes ago with my sister on gas prices, and then she's trying to buy a moped. Like, it's the reality of what's happening. And unfortunately, businesses are going to start having to make some really hard decisions, and it sucks. It's sad. I think I saw a question come in. Oh, Sam, have you ever considered putting your books on Kindle Unlimited? Not sure how good that is for authors money-wise. I believe they should be. I believe they are in Kindle Unlimited. I can double check on that though, because I'm pretty sure with that you have to be exclusive. Your ebooks have to be exclusive to Amazon. So that's why, like, when people ask me about like Amazon or Apple Books or things like that, they are under contract with Amazon to be exclusive to them because they're in that program. Which is actually, it's really not too bad for authors. We typically get paid per page that is read. At least the last time I was informed on this, we get paid per pages read. So I can see on my back end on each book how many pages are read in each one from someone that's in Kindle Unlimited, and then we get paid per page. Actually ends up being a decent thing, which is why, like, I think Amazon had to make it pretty pleasing to authors in order to make them exclusive to Amazon, because that meant no Kobo, no Barnes and Noble, no Apple Books, things like that. The ebooks have to be exclusive. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I see some other people saying they're on Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, should be able to find them all there. Let's see. I thought I missed another question. Looks like small businesses will have to be more locally focused. Yeah. Let's see. I dislike that Spring has charged postage per item on merchandise. When I order several items, the postage is a killer. I have actually complained about that myself to Spring because I don't understand that. Yeah, that's very strange to me. So I have my merch through Spring, and when you buy even from the same store, like if people buy 3 different items from my store, they have to pay for shipping, and they all come separately. And I'm like, why is that? Even when I purchase my products myself to be able to like try them on and everything before I put them for sale, I have to buy each one separately and pay for each shipping separately. I'm not understanding that one, but yeah. Let's see. Power to the boss babes out here, like Marlena. Marlena did so much. So much. A member for 12 months. We have K8SW. Could you do a full face of PR makeup? I definitely could. A lot. I tried to say it in my videos, like in tomorrow's video where I rank all the palettes. I try to make sure to mention what I got in PR and what I bought for myself. But I'm trying to think if I've ever done one that's like full face PR. I definitely could though. I do want to. I was thinking about doing it today when I was thinking about like running errands. I was like, I could just do that. And I was like, Samantha, you have to do the live chat. People are going to be asleep by the time you do this based on Pacific time. But I want to do my Ulta shop with me. And I'm really excited because I started making a list and I'm like, oh, now my list is kind of getting a little out of control, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. But I'm hoping to have it up for next week to do the Ulta shop with me. I saw someone ask, do I accept all PR? No, I have taken myself off quite a few PR lists. I just can't get to everything, and it's very, very overwhelming because it's an overwhelming feeling of wanting to try to keep up and keep on top of things. So I've removed myself from some, and then there are quite a few brands now that actually will ask beforehand. And they'll send out like a Google form and say, this is what we're coming out with. And if you want it, sign up on this form. And unless it's something that I'm like, yeah, like I'll skip over it. So I like that they're doing that instead of just like, because it is a lot. And I know I try to be careful of when I say that because I know it might sound strange or like complaining about it, and that's like not how I'm trying to like come off. But even something like, it sounds crazy, I know this sounds crazy, but like opening the packages, photographing everything just to show in like the PR halls, like photographing everything, linking to everything, swatching everything, and then trying to do the YouTube videos with everything. Even something like breaking down all of the boxes to take them to recycling takes a long time. Like, it sounds so strange, but that used to be something that my ex-husband Mitch really helped me with because I would get so overwhelmed by boxes. He would take like 2 or 3 days a week where all he would do is break down the boxes for recycling because we were getting so much. And I just remember at one point being like, this is wild. Like, I can't keep up. And it just seems so silly to like try to do everything, and it just like makes your mind like and like I would try to keep a list of everything of like, okay, you got this on this day, review it by this time, this is going live, and I'm like, I can't keep up with all of it. But then even something like now storing all of it, especially living in a smaller apartment now, it's like, where am I supposed to be putting all this stuff? So I don't even keep everything. If you guys are in my Facebook group, I do a giveaway every single month for 3 Colourpop PR boxes. Because I wish Colourpop would send out the form and ask, but they would be sending out a form every day. Like, I'm sure they couldn't keep up with it either. But like, I cannot keep up with Colourpop's PR. There are certain things that I do want and I get really excited for it, but I end up giving a lot away. I get overwhelmed by my Amazon orders sometimes. I feel that. I think I have like 3 more boxes up there. I keep buying more workout clothes. I can't stop. I don't know what's wrong with me. I also bought, it's not in here because I tried to clean my office. I bought like a little handheld vacuum and I'm so excited about that, but I've started buying flowers for myself. Thank you so much. Trader Joe's has really cute flowers, so whenever I go to get groceries, I buy some flowers for myself and I put them on my desk, but after a while they start to like disintegrate onto my desk and I was like, oh no, how am I going to clean this? So I bought just this little like handheld little wireless vacuum and yeah, it was great. Loved it. So it's one of my goals is to stay more like clean, organized, tidy, all of the things. So yeah, I bought one of those. Are you joining us again? Oh, big stretch. I am planning to do an Amazon favorites video. Yes, I'm planning to do one. I talk about these cups a lot on Instagram. I'm a big fan. I'll do my description box after this goes live in case there's anything I've talked about. I'll link all of my makeup that I'm wearing in the description box. But I talk about these glasses a lot on Instagram. I love them. I know it's like such a random thing, but like I love them. I just ordered a fan to speed up my setting spray to dry down. Love that. Adult purchases are the best. You know, they really are. Emily says, if I were closer, I'd organize everything. LOL, I thrive on organizing. I so wish that would be great. Even like Karen Harris has said like, oh, I wish I was closer. I would come over and organize for you. I was like, no, really, please, anyone come over, please. I had an intern for a few weeks that worked with me here before she moved back. She was only like here. She was here for a short amount of time, and then she ended up moving back. But I had her for the few weeks that she was still in Las Vegas, and she really helped me out with organizing. Oh my gosh, she was such a big help. But what was funny too is I had her during the time of Santa Sam. I kept wanting to say Sam Squad. I had her during the time of Santa Sam, where I did a giveaway every single day. So I would have boxes. Like, I basically don't have a living room. It's always full of either giveaway. Like right now, I have a whole giveaway box set up out there because I like photograph it, and then everything goes in the box. So I had all these boxes laid out, and I had the products in them, but they would need to be bubble wrapped or secured or something. And it takes such a long time to be able to do that. Well, one day she came over and I was like, I have these 3 boxes. Can you wrap everything and just get them ready to ship out? And she goes, yeah. And I'm working in my office and she's in the living room, and she comes in later and she was like, I thought when you asked me to do that, that would be a 10-minute job. And it took her 45 minutes to do 3 boxes. And I was like, I know, this is why like I can't like get to it all. And she was like, I had no idea it took that long to be able. So sometimes this doesn't happen to me very much anymore, but I can remember there was a point in time on YouTube or Instagram where I would talk about, I think it was one time when I said I took myself off of, I think it was Mac's PR list. And I actually had people mad at me. The things people get mad at you for. But people are like, well, even if you don't want it, you could just give it away. And I'm like, it's really not that easy to just be like, you just give it away, because there is actually like time and energy that has to go into that. And then no matter what, I mean, it's without fail, nearly every single giveaway, I run it, I end it, I try to contact the winner. If the winner doesn't get back to me right away, I wait a few days, I try to contact them again. I try to contact them on a backup way to contact them. I'm still waiting to get like confirmation from them. So I'm not posting that there's a winner. And then I see someone say, this is a fake giveaway. Samantha March is this type of person. I'm like, ah. It's like, it's so much stress. And then on top of that, the shipping prices for a giveaway. It's just, oh, it's not always the most fun, but it is what it is. It's all good. I remember one time I saw a post, this was years ago too, so I'm trying to think of what it was I was reviewing, but I got something in PR. I think it was a foundation. I tried it. I didn't love it. And so I said that in my review, got this in PR, tried it out, doesn't work for me, Someone made a whole Instagram post and was like, brands, this is why you should not, like saying, brands, you should not trust influencers because you send out PR to them to be nice to them and give them free products and all these nice things. And then they just slam your product. And I was like, what? I'm like, so people get mad at us when we get something in PR and we like it because we're not telling the truth and we're only trying to stay on PR lists and be good to the brand. But then they get mad when we get a product in PR and we give it a bad review because now we're being terrible to the brand. I'm like, we just can't win. I was like, are you kidding me? It was so bizarre. The things that people will like get mad at you for. I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, I think someone said, I remember it was Laura. I remember a ton of people getting mad at Jessica Braun when she said she was removing herself from most of the PR lists that she was on. It's like, what is going on here? Okay, you come over and you organize everything for me. Humans are dumb. Let's hang out with dogs all day, honestly. There's a trend on TikTok that I saw where it's the Taylor Swift song, and it's like the main line of the TikTok isn't that easy. And so people are saying like, when I see someone eat and I don't comment on their weight, Isn't that easy? And so I wrote something like, when I wake up in the morning and choose to focus on myself and my goals and not drama or scheming up ways to bring other people down. That's a pretty easy way to live your life. Like what? I just can't figure out some people, they wake up in the morning and they're like, who can I target today? Who can I try to shit on today? Whose day can I try to ruin today? Like, why do people do that? That's not what you do, is it? No, that's not what you do. She does it best. Aries is a Vishla. She is a Hungarian Vishla. Aren't you? And you're so beautiful. Look at the people. Yeah, Samantha March removed herself from PR also. Yeah. It's strange how people get like so angry. Yeah, Courtney, we're actually just gonna wrap up. So we did talk about Makeup Geek. I'll be posting this video as a regular video on my channel too. It's about at like the 11-minute mark. We started talking about Makeup Geek for about probably 20, 30 minutes or so in there. So, but getting ready to wrap it up now since we've been on for almost an hour. Thank you for everyone who said that you've liked my hair. I haven't decided yet. Have you seen the guy on TikTok that does dog breed impressions? I think I have. I think I know which one you're talking about. I want to say the Vishla was something to do with like thunder or not wanting to be left alone or something along those lines, if that's the same one I'm thinking of. And I thought it was really funny and spot on. I don't know. I got my hair done on Thursday. So I'll say I never, my sister just texted me. What am I trying to say? I never liked the color of my hair after I like do highlights or whatever. I never like the color right afterwards. And so usually I have to wash it once and then I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. And I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like warm and I'm not like I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet that I'm going to love it, but I want to at least wash it one time. And if I still don't like it, I'm just going to text and be like, can we like retone or like something? Because I almost feel like it looks kind of brassy in some areas. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Deb says, love my hair. Thank you. Robin says, your hair looks gorgeous. Janelle, I think it looks great. Thanks, guys. Because I think that you'll be able to tell in tomorrow's video that I don't feel super confident about it. Because I got my hair done Thursday. I filmed the video Friday, and I think if you can like read people's energies, I think that you'll be able to read that I don't feel fully confident. So, I mean, I am also wearing the Makeup Forever foundation, which I'm still like not totally loving. My eye look, I was like, this is okay with it. I felt like my brow pencil maybe then didn't like match the hair the best. So I don't feel totally put together, and you might be able to pick up on the energy. I do have a purple shampoo, so when I do wash it, I'm going to use my purple shampoo and see if I like it. Someone asked about my finger tattoos. I have a few. This one is Latin and it means to write. I am also published author of 8, and then I have the Roman numerals 23 over here. My birthday is March 23rd. Coming right up. My grandmother was also born in 1923, so 23 has just been a favorite number of mine. And then this is the Aries symbol, as I'm an Aries, and my dad's name is Aries. So I love just like little tattoos. How do I show you the side? I just love little tattoos. When I got my last tattoo on my back, I kept thinking, I want another finger tattoo. And I was like, okay, maybe not. Maybe do somewhere else. Maybe pick a different location. You're gonna run out of fingers. Like, hello. Robin says, maybe just ask for cooler tones next time. You have to be comfortable in your own hair and skin. Yeah, and what's funny too is I actually said it at the salon. I was like, I feel like something looks off to me and more towards the front here. And she said, oh, it might just be the lights, because the lights are kind of warm. So she actually went and shut off the salon lights. And then I was like, oh yeah, that looks better. I was like, must have just been the lights. But then I got home and I was like, no, I still think it looks kind of warmer. So I'm close with everyone at the salon that I'm at. So if I still don't like it after I wash it, because like I said, I also usually don't like it right after I get it done. I'll wash it and then I'll see what I think. But yeah, because usually I'm much more of a cooler blonde, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Michelle says, side note, I loved your hair up in the ponytail. Thank you. I was also really nervous. I don't wear my hair up a lot because I think that my ears stick out. Like they don't do as much as when I was younger because they definitely did. But I just, especially this year, I feel like it sticks out so much. So I get so nervous about putting my hair up, but I feel like that video gave me a lot of confidence to wear my hair up more. So thank you. Yes, March Madness is coming. I chatted about that a little bit towards the beginning too. I might actually do some live chats for the March Madness too, but that will be starting next week. So, oh, he said it might be overly toned. Definitely, yeah, definitely. I don't really know much about hair, but definitely could be that. Your ears do not stick out at all. Thank you. They really did when I was young. I should find one of my like little photos because my ears were like, my mom told me that the doctor said after I was born that they gave her the option of pinning my ears back as a baby. And I would get so mad at my mom, like in high school, because they still stuck out pretty bad. And I was a cheerleader and we had to wear our hair up. And I was like, why would you not have done that for me? And she was like, because you were a baby. Like, I figured you would grow into them. And I was like, you should have just done the surgery. I was very dramatic. I was very dramatic. But even in that video, I still had like pieces hanging down in front of my ears. And when I got married, when we did like the trial for my hair, I knew I wanted my hair to be up, and I had really, really long hair when I got married, naturally long hair. It was to my waist. And I knew that I wanted it to be all up, but the one thing I said was use my front pieces to tuck my ears. Like I was like, I cannot have my ears sticking out in my wedding photos. Like this, no. And she did. It was great. It was great. Ugh. All right, well, we're going to wrap up here. I got to finish editing my video for tomorrow. It's going to be ranking all of the palettes that I tried in February. I have single shadows in there from Makeup Geek. We got Urban Decay, Sydney Grace, Odin's Eye, Kaleidos, a lot of indie makeup, a lot of indie brands. For tomorrow's video, but I'm going to finish editing that. I think Tuesday is going to be a project pan, but yeah, I had so much fun. I always get so anxious to do the live chats. I'm always afraid I'm going to say something like stupid and like, you know, but I always end up having so much fun with these. So I'm going to try, like I said, I think I want to do the March Madness as a live series. I just think maybe that will be a little bit fun and different, and it'll keep me motivated to actually do the live chat. So yeah, so stay tuned because I'll probably be going live next week, but I'll post on the community tab the day and time that I am going live. Thank you so much, Emily. Appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all my members. Thank you. I love seeing all the little area symbols. I've been using my Hella palette quite a bit. I'm loving it. That's awesome. All right. Well, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your weekend. And oh, bye, Carol. Bye. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Ace, you want to say bye? Oh. Okay, bye. Good job, baby boo.